You know, I'm the best guy. You know, I'm that nigga.
I have to bring y'all over there and do that with me, you know what I'm saying? Pull that pack out, pull that pack out.
Let us know when we good.
Oh shit, my weed in there. Hey, baby. Arlene, is she over there? I can't see that.
All right.
I'm right here.
Can you grab my weed
It's
out
blind, can't
the
see no
hoodie?
pants.
Yeah, I can't even see you right there, like for real. I'm like, hey, baby, are you there?
I'm like, blind as hell, motherfucker.
Hey man, while we doing that, I definitely want to shit because we live right now.
We live.
Let's get right into
Stop
it.
playing, man. It's Rap Analytics, man. We do this every Friday, man. Y'all please tune in, man. Friday, 7 to 9, man. We got a real special guest in the building. If y'all didn't catch the first half of the show, also, like I said, we give you hip-hop news, battle rap, sports. We give you all that, man. Tune in, but we also got dope artists that shit going on right now. It's your boy, Young. You know, man, who else we got in the building before we introduce our artists, man?
You know who it is, man. It's Coolie D, Mr. March 4th. But if you don't know what it is, you about to find out. Who we got next to us?
Presidential, man, you gotta vote for me. I don't care what Zach was talking about earlier, man. He got my vote in there as well. But keep it going.
Shouts out Ultra, man.
Yeah.
You already know Ether in the building, man. Stop playing with yourself, man. Let's get this thing going. You already know what's happening.
Man, special guests in the building tonight.
Special
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. So much shit popping with this particular guy. Who was lucky to get him doing transition, man. The weekend is real big right now.
Hey, it's family.
It's kind of a layover. Slick family, old school, back in the day, understand, man, real ties with this guy, man. Y'all better give it up for fucking Odinero in the
What it do, man. Happy to be here.
Building, man. Man, when I say the history on this guy is fucking crazy in Atlanta, man. Not even just in Atlanta, man. Chicago, Atlanta, overseas. Bro, stop playing, man. When I say this artist, man, is also entrepreneurship. We talking about building brands. We talking about doing music. We talking about doing big shit for the culture, for the city, man. I mean, be honest with you, if you really in this shit, you cannot mention that shit without saying Odinero name.
Hey, you know
on some real shit. Odinero, man, where you from? Talk to us. Give us, you know what I mean?
Odinero, man. My name's Odinero. That stands for old money, generational wealth, because that's what I'm trying to build amongst me and my people. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, man. Born and raised in Chicago. Made it to Atlanta in 2010. You know, started my companies, multiple businesses I done had here. But you know, now I'm just, you know, on the grind. I'm really just trying to reach out to the underground and help the underground. I done been in the mainstream. I done worked with all the different mainstream people. So I was like, man, I really enjoyed my experience in the underground. So I'm pushing the underground up to mainstream level. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know what you've been doing. I mean, the city know what you've been doing. But let's get these people back to the basics, man. Chicago, Illinois. Coming from Chicago, Illinois, Atlanta, two different places at the same time too. The music hit you there, the music hit you here. I mean, just give us I hear the Chicago in you. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Well, the music always been in me. Probably since like second grade is when I really started experiencing like I had went to like this after school program when I was in like second grade, and it was for like blues, and they taught you how to write music and play different instruments. So I still remember that today. And
this is in Chicago?
It was in Chicago.
Okay.
And so that kind of introduced me into, and shout out to Chicago Public Schools, because they had a lot of little like stuff like that after school programs back in the day.
Shout out.
Where they, you know, help people, you know, find where they was going in life. You know what I'm saying? I think once I did that, it was like over from that.
Okay.
Because the program took us to the Chicago Blues Festival and let us perform. And Chicago Blues Festival have like over 100,000 people.
Okay.
So in second grade, I had already been in front of 100,000 people. Performing on stage.
That's what's up.
That's dope. That made me like feel like, okay, from that point in life, I remember as a kid, I was like, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying?
And it's coming from Chicago.
Coming from Chicago, yeah.
I mean, just the environment in Chicago and coming up in Chicago, was it hard for you to find that I mean, obviously you was given the avenue to be able to perform in front of 100,000 people.
Yeah.
But also, was it hard growing up in Chicago, and does that play in a role into how you move as far as with your music and your business today?
I think it wasn't hard. I think we adapt to any situation, you know what I'm saying? So hard, difficult is just relevant to that person, you know what I'm saying? I think it was, it just taught me lessons, you know what I'm saying, on how to move, how to treat people, how easily things can change. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Chicago give you those lessons real early, cause you know what I'm saying, especially with the gang banging and all of that good stuff. You gonna run into some things that you're gonna teach your ass a lesson, and you either gonna learn that lesson and you're gonna go in one direction, or you're gonna learn that lesson and go in another direction.
Facts.
Lucky I learned that lesson. I was like, I'm going in this direction because I don't want to end up being dead or in jail. So I'm gonna focus on my music. I'm gonna go to school. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to even get my other brothers that's not really focused on these things to focus on this, because this is something that could change their life. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to hit you with the Vlad shit, bro. So when you start selling dope,
What?
when I'm fucking with you. I'm playing with you, Bill. This is not one of those interviews, you know what I mean?
We sold
Allegedly,
allegedly.
we said allegedly right here, allegedly.
Going to what you were talking about with like helping your brother, bro. Like talk about like your passion, because what I was about to say earlier, like you're a true Renaissance man, and we know you've been underground. So what's the passion like behind it, and what pushes you like to keep on? Know what I'm saying? Help the underground.
I think what the passion for me is the fact that I really didn't get a lot of people supporting me. So I look at young brothers like they need that support because they fire, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if they had a brother like me that was a little older that can help them in their path, it'll make it much easier.
Right.
Because I remember being a young brother and had nobody to help me in that path, and I had to figure it all out. But I made a lot of mistakes and I learned a lot of lessons, so I could just like, hey man, you ain't gotta do this, focus on this. And you don't gotta wait 10 years to get on. You could get on in 2-3 years because you skipped over a lot of mistakes that I made, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's my main focus, is because I've been in this game. I ain't going nowhere. This is my career. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some people think it's a hobby or think it's, you know, it's fun, but for me, it's like everyday grind. It's like a real hustle, and it's a real business. You know what I'm saying? Like
I definitely want to get into that a little bit as far as you saying it's a business.
Yeah.
First and foremost,
Definitely business.
It's definitely business, but at the same time too, also having passion for it and doing it the way you're doing it. I mean, I still see the passion out of it too.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Although we understand it's a business, but coming from Chicago, coming here to Atlanta, still doing music, pursuing your music career. I mean, the passion, the drive. What was the first rap? What was the first rap from Odinero? What was the first rap from Odinero? We still got it. We still got it.
The first rap, I probably can't even remember the first rap I ever made. That was that second grade thing.
Okay.
When I was in second grade, I did write a rap called Summertime back in the day.
Oh, you know the name of it though?
Yeah, I remember the name, and I was rapping about the summertime and listening to different blues players.
Okay.
Because they taught me everything about the blues, you know what I'm saying? So I was talking about Bobby Blue Bland and all those different pioneers at that time. I had a whole rap about them.
In second grade?
Yeah, in second grade. And that's what they let me.
Legendary.
And that's what they let me. Yeah, and that's what they let me perform at the blues festival. They let me perform that at the blues festival.
Right.
And some of my cousins and people in my family still know that rap. They can rap it to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they kept it stuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
Is music been in the family? Do you have other family music, or you was the one that
I was the one for real from Chicago, but my cousin Kelsey, he because my family really from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? From Columbus, Mississippi. My mom was the one that branched out, and my auntie, you know, a lot of my cousins and shit, they the one that moved to, you know how that go to, they moved from south to the north.
Yeah.
They they was that generation to move out of Mississippi and move to Chicago, you know what I'm saying?
Any other family members, musicians or artists or?
Not really like that. I mean, one of my uncles, he works with Oprah. I actually got to kick it with him up in New York. He lived in New York. He worked at the Perry Hotel. This guy got the best job in the world.
Okay.
All he do is, if Oprah likes something, he go check it out before her.
Oh, okay.
So if she like a restaurant, he go to the restaurant, eat the food, check it out, and then he give a review to her, and then she go out and check it out.
I ain't know they had review jobs, man.
Yeah.
I just go review it.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's Oprah.
I ain't doing something right.
It's
I didn't know that existed until I met him. And I met him at a family reunion. I didn't even know he existed. And like one day I went to the family reunion. He was like, come to New York and hang with me. And I had like a record deal on the table in New York, and I was living in New York, you know what I'm saying? And
What stadium in there?
Stedman wasn't there.
I'm fucking with you. I just
was-
want
it
to
was-
see if he had the review too.
Nah, I mean, I didn't get to see Oprah or nobody, but I
yeah.
did go get to check out a spot with him for Oprah,
Okay.
which was pretty cool because we was popping Don Perignon and all type of
Okay,
stuff.
man. This shit is always on overtime, baby.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Hey, you sure don't that?
Yeah.
Bro,
She got it.
bro, I took from that. You said you had a record deal on the table. Like, talk about that, my nigga. Like,
I don't want to
Like,
talk about that, man. That was
it was a bad experience,
It was an experience.
But more
And
to it, though.
and it was like it was a deep experience because it was with like P Diddy, and it was around the time when they had Making the Band.
Okay.
This white boy that I was doing music with in Chicago, he got on because of Making the Band. He was on there, but he had got a deal. But me and him had hella songs together, so he was bringing me in on his deal.
When Donnie was.
Nah, not
When
Donnie.
when Donnie was, I about to say, man, Donnie owed some residuals, man.
So I mean, long story short, it like they came like they came from like the mountains or something to come see me to get the deal done. And when they got there, my actually granddad's sister, she was who I was staying with in New York.
Okay.
She was already on board when I got there. She was like, I don't want you to do this deal. I want you to get a regular job. She thought I was moving to New York to live there. And I was like, I'm moving to New York to get this done.
Okay.
So I can make this happen.
Handle
auntie.
business.
But she was old school. They came with like 20 niggas to her crib. She was tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And she tweaked out. Niggas left. Shit kind of fucked everything up because niggas had came so far to make it happen for me. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like damaged me and her relationship because I'm like, damn, I can't even pick up the pieces from this right now.
That situation.
And so I just packed up, went back to Chicago, ended up getting my girlfriend at the time pregnant, and crazy shit happened, whatever, with her.
Right.
And then next thing you know, how I got to Atlanta was through a producer that was working with Bone Crusher.
And that's what I wanted to get into, man. That transition from Chicago to Atlanta. That's
Yeah.
really what I really wanted to touch on. You know what I mean? Because you've been able to kind of move back and forth and also be relevant in both states. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Illinois and Georgia. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Just that transition from Chicago to Atlanta music-wise, because it is a little bit different. Although Chicago is on drill now, a little bit more. Not saying I don't want to use the word updated hip hop. I will say keeping them more along with the trend as far as what's given and also taking aspect from different states and different countries to goddamn make their own shit.
Right.
So Chicago has made their own sound, but also taking pieces from other sounds. Can you agree to that or disagree to that?
I can agree.
Okay, so what I will say is that transition from Chicago to Atlanta, what was that like, bro? Just music sound wise, period.
Okay, when I moved from Chicago to Atlanta, see, in Chicago, I came from the era in Chicago where niggas was spitting bars, or niggas was rapping like Twista. Chief Keef wasn't already super famous when I moved to Atlanta. He was just becoming like a name, you know what I'm saying? So that type of music wasn't even really like a thing yet, you know what I'm saying, when I moved to Atlanta. So I kind of came here with still that lyrical content, kind of common type of style where it was like I talk about like real stuff, you know what I'm saying? And what I learned about Atlanta, it's a party scene, you know what I'm saying?
that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
And you gotta know how to adapt to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You can speak some real shit, but you gotta put it in a party vibe where people can absorb it and still be able to dance and enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? And so I figured out how to do that, you know what I'm saying? I remember my first song, it was just called Odinero, and I would just talk about myself, you know what I'm saying? But it was lit. Everybody's in the club jumping around. That nigga Odinero, see me in this rap game looking like a hero. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
hopefully we can get that, but stop playing. Go that shit up.
Huh?
Stop
But
playing, stop playing.
Sitting
Go
on
get
my
that.
throne like a pharaoh. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm in that bitch lit with it though. The beat going boom, boom, booming. And I realized once I start getting that response from the people, where they move and they jumping and they feeling good, I had my place in Atlanta.
So it wasn't a hard transition from doing Chicago music to doing Atlanta music?
Not really. I actually enjoyed doing Atlanta music more than Chicago music at that time in my life because I like to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I like to party. I like to have fun. So at that time, and I was young, I was like, shit, I want to, like, this Chicago shit kind of depressing a little bit. Let me, motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? I love Chicago, but nigga, you rapping about Chicago. And Chicago is depressing when it comes to, like, the lyrical shit that we was talking about, because niggas was dying, a lot of niggas was getting shot, a lot of people was, you know, struggling, you know what I'm saying? But in Atlanta, we learned how to like have fun through all of that shit.
Facts.
Regardless to what we going through, nigga, we stars. Like, we gonna make it there, so fuck if I'm homeless right now, nigga. I'm on the stage in front of 50,000 people. You never know where you could fucking be at in Atlanta even when you got nothing. And you just gotta stay focused and keep going. And I think
That's the realest
that
shit.
gives you some kind of power where you like you wanna make music to just keep this thing rocking and make sure that the people rocking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you almost answered the question I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you, making that transition, do you think it's easier? Like, cause you were saying like rapping about the Chicago shit is more depressing, but in the A it's more of a party mode. So on the lyrical content of being an artist or an MC, do you think that's an aspect of it too? Like, it's harder for like, all right, I gotta really be on some straight lyrical shit, especially in the Midwest, as far as like the South, where everything's we want lyrical shit, but we want, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
some bass
catchy
behind
hook,
it.
that beat,
we
yeah,
want something
that-
behind it.
I think it's a time and place for everything. Like, we don't listen to all the same shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can listen to Common while I'm doing something, or I listen to 2 Chainz while I'm doing something
I'll
else.
talk to him.
So it's like we got to make music that makes us feel, regardless to what we feeling at the time. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I'm on a party, I'm partying. If I feel like depressed and I want to talk about the streets and what I went through to get to this point, then that's what I'm gonna talk about. I don't really have no in between. I feel like how Tupac did it.
Okay.
Tupac can make an album about everything he was going through at the time. And I want us as artists to get back to that. Don't be scared to tap in your inner lyrics, or niggas that do lyrics don't be scared to tap into just having fun on the song.
Odinero, man, I swear to God, bro, you just brought in 2 things that I in my mind. First of all, is we talking about lyrics and also bringing realism to what you going through and also putting that shit on wax. Me and my guys just had this conversation today early. If y'all check out the show, Rap Analytics Live, YouTube will be up there. The first half of this show, we talked about the baby. And that situation with Meg Thee Stallion right now, and also claiming before the Tory Lanez situation, I was actually sleeping with her the day before. He put it on wax. He actually said that I was holding it back to actually put it on this album. The reason why I didn't say nothing, Boogeyman track out right now, the baby. I mean, do you feel like, as far as realism, because I said the same thing, and I think I mentioned Tupac when I was saying it, as far as realism.
I heard the verse, and the baby. That was kind of lame to me. Like,
Oh, we talked about it.
I mean, I'm
This
sure.
nigga got my vote.
Clip that in on. Clip that
This
in on
nigga
the first
got my
half of the
vote.
show, man.
Like I didn't.
This nigga
I
got my
never
vote.
canceled the baby. I love the baby. That nigga got bars, and he a real nigga that'll knock your ass out. I respect him. But for him to have to do that,
That's some lame ass shit, bro.
That show like you kind of desperate a little bit. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
bro.
And like desperation make you look bad.
You
You
got
know what I'm
shit to talk
saying?
about no more.
And
I don't know. I called it a move as far as a Eminem move as far as also putting your real life and what really happened, regardless of motherfuckers want to hear it or not, or it may sound obscene on your record, and the shit sells.
But even in the lyrics, he said, "Oh, I wasn't even gonna say nothing about it." But it's like, why would you say something about it?
Because he said I was saving it to my next album,
Hey,
which is
man.
now.
No.
And he literally said that in the lyrics.
Controversy sells, but at the end of the day, like, let's see what happens from it. Like, will it really make him sell? But because sometimes it'll fuck your shit up even more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Kanye, he know how to do it good. He know how to like use controversy at every level. But the baby, he gotta do a little bit better than that, man. Like
You feel that was a little bit?
yeah, I feel
That
like
shit was lame as fuck.
yeah,
bro.
I think it was too late for that one. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Respect.
Like,
That shit just messy.
yeah, it was just messy.
Well, I ain't want to stick on that. I definitely want to get back to it.
Man,
We talk-
make a hoe, man.
We ain't. He said I was with her the day before,
Call
and the
it
day
is.
before
What you
that.
say?
Call it is.
But that's
man.
all
Shit
the story.
hoe, man.
Yeah.
Call it
Hey,
is.
I mean, shit.
Call it what it is.
I don't have no problem with it. She busting that shit
If
up.
she smashing her boyfriend,
Megan.
Tory Lanez, and the baby at the same
Megan,
time,
bring that
what do
ass
we-
over here. We
What do
go.
we call that?
Me
What do we
and,
call that?
me and my girls will smack that ass from both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All I'm saying is, besides, you know what I mean? But besides, you know what I mean? Word threw me off. Shots out Owen is here.
Hey, man, that's that party life.
let's bring it back to old man. I ain't gonna lie to you,
man.
You know what I mean? Shots out.
Hey, gang shit.
Yes, sir.
Man, y'all better stop.
I got two of my girls with me right now. In the,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying, in the
shout
crowd,
out your people right now.
Shout out to Arlene, my beautiful woman. And also Pink Shrooms, DJ Pink Shrooms on the ones and twos. She back there somewhere I can't see. But
let's go, man. I just want to get back as far as I'm gonna bring it back to that old school Atlanta vibe, because the reason why you did say this from the beginning, if you check the tape, like you doing this for the underground artists. As far as you continue to do what you do, also bringing awareness and also bringing a platform for them to be able to perform on and do what they do too as well. How hard was it you going through? Like you said you ain't had no help. You had to figure this shit out yourself.
Right.
As far as making that transition into doing Atlanta music, as far as the scene and also the business as well.
I think, well, for me, I had to just take notes of what other niggas was doing.
Okay.
You know, when I first came to Atlanta, I met the dude that owned Making It magazine, Kelby. City was doing shows, and what's her name? Tori Grace. Those are really the people who inspired me in the first beginning. I remember just being around them, seeing them put their events together, seeing how they inspired other people, you know what I'm saying? Inspired me. They let me do my first mixtape release party in 2011 at the Peacock. When I dropped my first album, was at the Peacock, you know what I'm saying?
Real Atlanta shit, y'all. Real Atlanta shit, y'all.
And I brung everybody out, you know what I'm saying? The video's still on YouTube. My dress was like right here, you know what I'm saying? But I just remember them giving me an opportunity, and it just like made me feel like, hey man, I could do this and give other people opportunity too. Right. And I think that's what people do with me. They come around me and they be like, dang, oh, doing it, I could do it too. And I appreciate that, because I want people to do more of this, more giving back to the community, more of exposing what's going on in the community, because it needs to be clear, it needs to be transparent to the people what we got going on, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I definitely understand that full force. I mean, music-wise, projects, I mean, as far as performances and things like that, I've actually had the pleasure of seeing you perform before. Dope live events, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I mean, I know you are on the business side of it now. Yeah. But also still performing and still doing music. I mean, what's more of it's a passion of yours and shit, what people need to go check out and listen to be able to realize who O is before the business?
That's a good question.
Okay, well, before the business, the music is always first. The music is what pushes us to be able to even think about doing business for real, you know what I'm saying? Especially as black people, because it's not even our platform. So we just hopping on another person's platform and creating what we can out of it, you know what I'm saying? But music is our platform, you know what I'm saying? So they take our platforms and then put it through their platforms and make money through that. But we created those platforms, especially music, you know what I'm saying? So the music always gonna be first for me. Like, that's gonna always be something that I'm always gonna be working on, always be, you know, in my mind, writing in my phone, you know what I'm saying? Even if I freestyle, I still got a bunch of stuff written, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the music always gonna come first. And then the business just organize the music to be able to capitalize off of it, you know what I'm saying? And like my new music that I'm coming out with is more on the like basis of how I started. Because I think I did in the last couple of years, I did a lot of Atlanta music. I did a lot of partying and enjoying myself. Now I'm going back to the basis of like what I was doing in Chicago, but getting more deeper with the knowledge. So I got a new project coming out called Ghetto Matrix. And it's basically the Matrix movie, but how it would look in the ghetto. And how we're stuck in these systems and patterns that we are trying to get out of, you know what I'm saying, to be able to, you know, feed our family and be able to live happy and live comfortably, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you said that, because it's something I did want to ask as far as giving them. I've never had a message given to me where I had a drink in my hand and I'm hyped in the motherfucker in the club, and I still feel like I'm goddamn, you feel me, crunk as fuck. But the nigga told me, nigga, stand up as a man at the same time too.
Right.
You a king and shit. So your music, you see what I'm saying? As far as you integrating like a message into your music, because you also put that into your music as well. You know what I'm saying? And still integrate it in a vibe to where it's receivable by young people, old people, club, chilling, vibe, the whole nine. Is that something you intended on doing, or that's just you?
Yeah, I mean, I really intended on coming out with my own genre of music.
Okay.
And it's called trap conscious music.
That's some dope shit right there.
You know what I'm saying? And
come on now, that's some dope. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for that. That's some dope shit right there.
yeah, because I feel like it's niggas that can really rap that trap shit, but really give you some real knowledge. And if we infuse that and tackle that shit, that's a whole nother platform in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's why I really do be trying to create that type of vibe, but I don't do it every time because I still want to sometimes I just want to vibe. I just want to, I don't want to say shit. I just want to say anything that come out my mind at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, we feel different ways all the time.
Yeah.
So I have different emotions at all times, so I just express that through music, you know?
Okay, so I'm gonna throw you back to the old school question we was asking. Real talk, real artist. What does O need in the studio? To bang out that banger, to give us that hit, to give us that. What does O need in the studio to make that happen?
I mean, I just need a beat, man. Like,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even really need the beat, for real. Like, I just really need the vibe to be straight and the beat, the music to be right. I don't really have, like, no certain drink or nothing like that, or I gotta have some weed, you know what I'm saying? Some good za, you know what I'm saying? Don't come in there with the other shit. Yeah, the real shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, they be like the real one.
Yeah, not the air pack, man.
Yeah, I need the real one. And I'm good to go, man. We could go all night. Like, I own a studio, you know what I'm saying? So I'm up all night, almost every night of the week sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Before we get into, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. We got a special performance, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna spoil the moment. But I do want to get into, before we get into that real talk, as far as the business aspect of O. I want to get into like how important it is to have that dope team around you also, especially moving in Atlanta. Because I've learned also in Atlanta, it's about networking, knowing, you know, also being out there and meeting those people and also building a team that can support you, how important that is to an artist, a musician, and also a business person that's in this industry.
Man, the team is probably one of the most important pieces to the puzzle. Like in this industry, it's like a puzzle. You got to put the puzzle together to see the full picture of an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the team is like the most important picture in the puzzle because you got to be able to delegate these things out to other people. It's too big for one person.
I don't know if you hear them. Delegate, look it up. That means giving other responsibilities and understanding they can handle those responsibilities if they're in your team.
Yeah, and once. Sometimes as businessmen, and I'm pretty sure all y'all own your own business, right? Y'all got LLCs?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So everybody probably at this table got an LLC. I feel these grown ass men that I'm here with. But we gotta learn as men sometimes to let go. Cause we'll have that LLC and we'll have that business, our name on it. We'd be scared to let another person help us run it or do the things that we need done. And it's because it's like our baby. Like you know what I'm saying? It's your baby. Like you want it to grow and be, you know, prosperous in the world. But you gotta let it go into the world though, like your child sometimes.
Right.
You gotta let it leave the nest so it can be able to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Puffy made a statement one time, like, even if I don't know how to do it, I'm smart enough to have a person around me that does.
Oh yeah.
To make sure it
That's
gets
important.
done.
That's important. And my team, everybody on my team, and think about having people on your team. You gotta know what you want them to do for you.
Okay.
A lot of niggas got a whole team of niggas and don't know what to tell them niggas to do.
But got the shooter, got the nigga that hold the bag, got the nigga that make sure we get in the club on time.
Yeah, so you gotta also organize your team. You gotta have, when you delegate, you gotta know what you delegate. Like, hey, if I'm the stage manager, who's gonna be the person that holds the clipboard and make sure that the artist is in line? Who's gonna be the person to make sure we got water and juice so while we out here in the hot sun at these different events or we doing events? It's layers to everything. You gotta be able to put together that team and know where the team positions is.
This is my last question, but because we got a live performance from Odinero, I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit finna be dope right now. But my last question before we transition to that shot, man, I just want to say, how do you balance between as far as handling business and also handling music? Because you said music come first, but you're also an entrepreneur. You also got different events, different situations going on. I mean, everybody and every artist can benefit from just, you know what I mean, meeting them. You understand what I'm saying? How do you balance that and also put music first?
I think it is no balance. Like, I think it is what it is. Business, music is business. You know what I'm saying? And we're here to make money off of it. You'll be lying to yourself if you didn't want to make money off the music, no matter how heartfelt you feel about that song. You want people to hear it, and you want it to go platinum, and you want to make $1 million, and you want to get a Grammy. So at the end of the day, you want people to recognize the music, and that's the business. The business make people recognize it. So it's one and the same. You want to make the music, but then you want it to get recognized. So when I'm making the music, I'm thinking about how it's going to be represented and recognized too at the same time. So the music is the business. It's the
Ain't nobody
building.
really put in that aspect before. 3 years in this thing, ain't nobody really said it like that, bro.
I mean,
That's
music
some
is the
deep shit.
business. Man, bro, y'all better soak this shit up right now, man. Dope ass interview, man. We about to cut.
Yeah, man. You gotta consider
hold
the
on.
music. You gotta consider the business. Consider the business while you're making the music.
Yeah.
Consider who you selling this to. Consider the demographic. Consider the who is this gonna affect. If you make it something negative, who you think you're gonna affect by that? It's still business. It's all business. So like, you gotta have all that in your mind. Why you making a song?
That's respect.
Yeah.
So, as a conscious brother, I always want to ask the artists this. Like, who, because I know you probably got two, so who's your favorite
As a conscious brother.
underground artist?
Underground
And
artist.
who's your favorite mainstream artist, like, just coming up?
Alright, underground. Let me think. I'm from Chicago, like the streets of Chicago, so the underground in Chicago is a little different. We had groups like Psychodrama, Triple Darkness.
We got another Chicago brethren at the table.
We had
Long time.
we had different people. I really like. I love Young Buck from Psychodrama and stuff he was saying. Like, was like way ahead of the time. And people, if they listened to his lyrics and broke it down, they'd be like, "Damn, I didn't know they was doing this in Chicago. I still be playing they stuff in the club sometime, and people don't even know what it is." But
Still vibing to it.
I'm from the shop, so I'm gonna always go back to my roots, even in the mix of, cause I DJ too. So if I'm mixing something out, but definitely the old school Chicago artists from like the '90s really kind of like influenced me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Do or Die, Psychodrama, Crucial Conflict, like Twister definitely was something really big. At one point in Chicago, you couldn't even rap unless you could rap fast.
Ooh, are you being serious right now?
Nah, you would get booed off the stage. When I
If
was,
you couldn't rap like that, you was getting booed off stage.
yes, sir.
Oh,
Like you had to.
niggas need to hear that, man. Like, for real, for real.
So you had to pick that up, or you were done. You know what I'm saying? And so
O was on there.
I could rap fast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's what's up.
I mean, you had to do it.
Niggas
now,
need
you
to
know
know
what I'm
that
saying?
shit, like,
You
real
had to
talk.
do it.
I think
And,
that's part of the resume. You supposed to know, like, as an MC.
and that's a part of the resume too. You know what I'm saying?
To be able to rap
But
like
at that time, you wasn't nobody booking you like or putting you on no stage if you wasn't rapping fast at that point. Cause they had, that's when Twister, Do or Die, everybody was big. And then at that time, Bone Thugs and Harmony had the game. So it was like,
And we remember the beef between Do or Die and Bone Thugs and Harmony. It was really about that hip hop culture.
yeah, so that was really big. So that's
Still
the
listen to
underground
Do or
to
Die,
me.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those artists were like the underground, even though some of them went platinum and got major, but they were still underground artists. You know what I'm saying? But for the mainstream, you know what I'm saying? I think my favorite artist in the mainstream might be Jay-Z, just just because of the business. Just because of his business.
You going with Jay?
Yeah.
Because of his
business. Say it one more time.
Say it again.
Because of his business?
Yeah.
Because of his business, right? Oh.
We got to tag after
I
we
don't
leave,
feel
y'all.
like he's the best
Because it's
rapper,
business.
but he's the best businessman rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This Dame Dash.
I'm a Dame Dash
love
fan.
Dame Dash too, though.
I'm a Dame Dash fan.
Dame
I ain't gonna lie
Dash,
to you.
I'm gonna say, look,
I'm so inspired by Dame.
One thing about Dame Dash, he ain't gonna never lose, bro. Like, and like he gonna, even when people think he losing, he still winning.
still
you know what I'm
winning,
saying?
bro.
So I respect Dame Dash too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying as a rapper, artist, you know what I'm saying? Dame Dash's a businessman, just, you know, straight businessman.
business.
So I love his business sense, producer, movies. I heard they coming out with not state property.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, we
No,
already
we
got
talking about
Dame.
Paid in Full too?
Paid in Full too. Is they coming out?
Listen, don't.
No.
No, that movie
Y'all finna do that? Y'all
You
finna do
seen
that
it
right now.
already?
No,
Hey, you
I'm
can't
just
see it.
saying,
Nah, but
like,
I'm
how
It's
you
not-
continue
it's not
part
put
one?
out.
Some things
The
you just
part
need to
one
leave
was
it at the late.
epic though,
Yeah,
bro.
so
that's
That
what
shit
I'm
is
saying.
classic.
Hold on, I'm
But,
gonna tell
I
you.
mean,
Hold on,
do
let me
that
say.
right
Hold on.
there.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold on. Can I say my piece and then y'all say?
Yeah,
The
don't
only
do it.
reason why I think the story is always continue. It's something that we missed after that happened that I want to see what happened after that. You
I'm
know
gonna
what
give you.
saying?
I'm gonna give you a reason why. I'm gonna give you a reason why.
It wasn't.
Give you a reason why. State property. We watched the first.
That's
state-
different, though.
No,
State
Property
that's
two,
different.
I fuck
that
with
was-
State
that
Property
was-
two.
Yeah,
We
you
gonna do
did
that.
not, bro. Come
That's
on.
not
State
it.
property 2 was
A
like.
little bit.
State property
Trash.
It's
wasn't
not no true
a true
classic.
story though.
Yeah, ain't no
It
true
wasn't a
classic.
true story. It wasn't a
It
true
wasn't,
story.
but at the same time, my thing is, even with state property and paid in full, the version of the beginning of the first ones was the ones that had us like shit. You know what I mean? And then when we got so anticipated for state property 2, and then they dropped it, we was like, the fuck is this?
I thought State Property 2 was comedy, bro.
I thought it was okay.
Like,
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't-
I didn't say it was State Property 1, but it was okay.
My nigga,
But y'all don't say the same thing about paid in full
The
too.
killing on that was just comedy. It wasn't
Right,
like
broad
it didn't feel
daylight,
real.
having a
Like,
whole
you know what I'm saying?
shootout.
That's the only reason why I'm
Front of
saying
the
when
school.
you don't cut. I want to say that we looked at Belly, and then we looked at
Belly 2.
I never look at
That's how I feel about
Listen,
Paid in Full.
That's what I'm saying too, though.
I
that's
ain't seen
technically
Belly
not
two.
Belly 2.
Nobody seen it.
Don't.
Is DMX
That's
in
not
that?
Belly
It
2,
was
bro.
game. It was the
Even
game.
with
bro.
That's
High
not Belly 2.
Nobody seen. That's why I don't want to do Street
That's
Fighter.
High
Two.
Paid in Full
all
too.
that shit, man.
It was
It's
Belly,
not Belly
and then
two,
was
bro.
Belly 2.
Some classic, you just gotta leave it as a
Not Belly
classic,
2,
bro,
bro.
and let it
You
be
right,
that
you
classic,
right, you
man.
right.
Stop
But
playing with shit.
I think some stories in New York could still be told though, man. I think
I agree with you on
because
that.
New York had a lot of stuff going on in
The
the time. You know what I'm
Springsteen
saying?
story could be told with an actual film instead of documentary like it's on TV right now.
I think
that
they-
could be.
yeah, that's what they need to do.
They do
You know
a
what I'm
documentary instead of a film.
Is
But I
that with
think,
Nas or somebody?
no. I mean, I don't know who producing it, but the Springsteen got their whole New York story is a documentary versus a film, a TV show like BMF or Power or
Okay.
some shit like that. I think it should have been set up like that because that's a whole story that can be told.
Yeah.
Real dope stories in New York. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I will say this though. Do not do Paid in Full 2.
I agree.
Hell no.
I think if
Yeah,
they stick to the story of what happened in them times and not try to stray away too far away from that, I think it'll be good. I think once you try to create these weird, like, fictional realities,
But it's
you know
about
what I'm saying?
but
Depends on the director.
You
but
can
if you
tell
do a
that
part
shit
two-
felt real. The first one felt like you was there when that happened.
Because it was a true story.
Yeah.
I mean, but the extended characters, because Mitch did. Your boy, A, he ain't doing drugs. I mean, so to extend the story from the 2, it would be quite difficult. And then on top of that, I feel like it would be a Belly 2 situation versus the Belly 1. And you ain't seen Belly 2. You ain't seen
It's
Belly
not
2.
Belly
You
2.
ain't seen Belly 2.
It's not
But I thought
Belly
Belly 2 had
2.
nothing to do with Belly 1 though.
Yeah, that's not
And
Belly
that
2,
shit was
bro.
completely trash.
That's not Belly 2. It was just named Belly 2. That's not Belly 2.
I want to get into a lot of more
That shit was
movies
garbage.
and topics.
Right.
That's what I
That
said.
shit
I want to get into a lot of more movies and topics, but there's a lot of things going on.
Hold on. I know we finna go to the performance real quick, but we always ask the same question whenever the artists come on. Top 5 MCs all time.
Damn, top 5, boy. Y'all put people on the spot.
Yes, we do, man.
You
Shout out
see
to
that,
Analytics, man.
You see that light,
That
man?
dude's coming.
Bird, Analytics, man. We have a
We
whole
gotta
interview.
go. I know for sure Biggie and Pac gotta be the 2
Okay.
top at the top.
Can't go wrong there.
Let me see after
Didn't say
that.
which one though.
Man,
It don't matter.
I'm
It don't matter.
saying,
don't start that shit. Don't start that shit.
I'm a Pac fan first. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Tell him.
You know what I'm saying?
I told him.
See?
Then
told
Biggie. Then Biggie.
Hang it up.
Number 2.
I told him.
Hang it up.
As for lyrics, man, that's hard, man, dealing with that, bro. Like, because there's so many artists out there. I say
Jay. You got Cole in there?
Jay.
Nah, don't give him no. Don't give him
Cole,
no.
nah,
sorry.
I mean, from my
Hold on,
top
which
five.
Jay you talking about? 'Cause he just threw me off with that one.
Could have been both.
Nah, ain't no damn both. Fuck out of here, nigga.
I'm gonna say Jay-Z for the number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, can't go wrong there.
Number 4, I'm gonna say DMX, because he
peace.
actually had an effect on my life. DMX, you know what I'm saying? And number 5, I'm gonna say somebody from Chicago that I really respect as a lyricist, Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
I remember when Lupe came out, it made it cool to be like a nerd, you know what I'm saying? Cool to know shit, you know what I'm saying? And I respected that, I appreciate that. And I think like kind of J. Cole and a lot of other people was able to ride that wave after him.
I didn't think about that shit.
But he definitely made it okay to be educated and lyrical and have fun with that shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Lupe Fiasco.
I think Lupe, I ain't gonna say he bit off Common, but I don't know, I feel like Common kind of did it first.
Yeah, Common did do it first, but Lupe kind of kept it going. You know what I'm saying? Like it was dead for a minute, like you know when it died.
Yeah.
And then Lupe came back and was like, people was like, damn, I can listen to lyrics again.
You
This shit cool.
need someone.
Hey, that cool.
I will be back. That was that vibe. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Skate.
Definitely Chicago.
Why that nigga just try to sing
Don't sing like that again.
I will be back.
Don't sing like that again. Don't sing like that again.
You about to leave your damn side.
Don't sing like that
I feel like Lupe made like regular niggas being
Hey,
cool.
thanks to Kanye too. Kanye actually gave Lupe that opportunity to become that star. Like when he put him on that Touch the Sky.
Yes.
Man, he went crazy on that one.
Yeah, after that it was over. You know what I'm saying?
he went crazy on that one.
That was something very big.
King
but
Push was a goddamn.
the King Push was crazy.
Nah, that
Yeah,
cool album though, the cool album, one of the best albums. I mean, I had that album. That was a dope.
Hey
album,
man, we ain't gonna hold y'all
Just
up. Man.
saying.
It might be a part 2 to this, but man, y'all tune in, man. Keep going, man. We about to transition shot, man. We got some music coming through live from Odinero. Y'all pay attention, man. It's Rap Analytics in the building. Every Friday, 7 to 9. Rap Analytics 1 on IG, on all platforms. Just Google Rap Analytics, man. Let's go.
Check out the performance on RIG too. So
All right, let's get it. Y'all ready?
take a risk, y'all. We good?
You ready?
Of course, I'm ready.
He gonna
Come on,
introduce you.
you on this side.
Hold on. Get out for you.
There's dance moves.
Alright.
No, we're good. I didn't close
Yeah,
that
you
door.
can light it and pass it to me.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the. Back of me. There we go. All right, just follow my cues. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not gonna be able to hear the music, but the video is gonna be able to hear it.
I don't got the lighter. One of y'all got the lighter? It's one on the floor right there.
You couldn't see old girl, but you see that lighter.
I can see in the dark. I can't see in the light. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That was deep.
Right. Use that one.
Take a risk, y'all.
Yeah, let's get it.
Rap Analytics, man, stop playing, man. It's your boy Young Nino. Special guest in the building.
Yo.
Special performance. We got Odinero in the building. We send it over, man. Stop playing, man. Performing. Take a risk.
Take a
Let's go.
Let's go.
Don't be scared.
Be prepared, always. Yeah. Don't be scared to take no risks. Life is all about risks. You gotta take them. You have no choice. So we gonna do this tonight. Let's get it. Yeah. Can't be scared to take a risk. Can't be scared to take a risk. Cause it might be hit or miss. Say a prayer, make a wish. I was whipping up a dish. Acrobatic with the wrist. My whole team getting rich. Can't be scared to take a risk. Can't be scared to take a risk. Can't be scared to take a risk. Cause it might be hit or miss. Say a prayer, make a wish. I was whipping up a dish. Acrobatic with the wrist. My whole team getting rich. Can't be scared to take a risk. I was coming for the main spot. Build it up, what's the main part? Build it up, what's the main plot? Still playing when the game stop. You can catch me in the same spot with your main thought. Ass dropping like the raindrops. Won't stop, bitch, I can't stop. Me and Sparks, the new gangsta. This the story of a gangsta. I was moving in that Chrysler. Man, I told you not to wife her. Man, I told you she a shyster. But you niggas never listen. Gucci frames to the vision. Why I'm counting up my digits, never scared, just prepared. Man, I'm fresh out the feds, getting back to the bread. Yeah, bitch, you heard what I said. Yeah, can't be scared to take a risk. Can't be scared to take a risk, cause it might be hit or miss. Say a prayer, make a wish. I was whipping up a dish, acrobatic with the wrist. My whole team getting rich. Can't be scared to take a risk. Can't be scared to take a risk. Can't be scared to take a risk, cause it might be hit or miss. Say a prayer, make a wish. Trap all night. I was strapped all night. I was hustling to the daylight. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my pay right. But my niggas don't play right. When we pull out that K, right? Ain't no standing in my way, right? I just landed in the A. Take a chance, make a play. 12 trying to take the bag. I'm just trying to make a way. She just trying to make me stay. I got no time to waste. I'm just changing on my swag. Sky God with the jet lag. Know I took a couple setbacks, but I had to get that check back. Got me breaking down that whole pack. I was breaking down that whole pack. I'ma show you how to move that. Young nigga, I improve that. Show and prove that I never lose. Young nigga get dope to the end, then you knowin' that these hoes shoes. Can't be scared to take a risk. Can't be scared to take a risk, cause it might be hit or miss. Say a prayer, make a wish. I was whipping up a dish, acrobatic with the wrist. My whole team getting rich. My whole team getting rich. My whole team getting rich. I can't be scared to take a risk.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's
You already know,
get
man.
it.
Whole team getting rich.
Yes, sir. Don't be scared to take a risk.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to jump. Don't be
I'm
afraid to
whipping up
jump.
a dish. What?
You gonna land on your feet.
We here, man. Odinero, don't be scared to take a risk.
Yo.
Live performance in the studio. We here, man. Rap Analytics. Check us out,
Them
man.
lyrics was dope, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Friday, man. 8 to 9, 7 to 9, 7 to 10, man. Whatever y'all can catch up, man.
Yeah, we around.
Yeah.
Not cool to Yeah.
Team getting rich.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't be scared to take a risk. Yo. Gotcha.
Let's get into the mic. I'm up. Oh man, stop playing, man. Niggas take a risk, man. Take a risk on your life, man.
Yes, sir.
Your risk might be Olympic.
Okay.
Your shit might win you the gold. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
man?
that's from whipping up a dish.
Dope live performance for Odinero. Stop playing, man. Take a risk. Don't be scared to take a risk.
Yeah.
Real shit, real message. Dope vibe, man. Stop playing. Oh man, it's so much shit going on right now, man. Rap Analytics, man. We back in the building, man. We back at the table. You know how we do, man. I hope y'all love that live performance that we just had from Odinero. Dope shit, man.
Shout out Odinero. Shout out.
I mean, there's so much shit going on, man. Even this weekend, man. Just the business-wise, we talked about that before you gave us that live dope performance. Odinero, as far as the business-wise, what else we got going on, man? I know this weekend finna be big. It's one of the reasons why Odinero here to let y'all know that this weekend finna be crazy for Atlanta. Let's go, man.
Well, before I even get into this weekend, man, we gonna shout out my business that I own, Blue Pro Media.
Y'all give it up for Blue Pro Media.
My business partner right here.
Right, definitely introduce yourself, big bro.
What's up, y'all, man? Pleasure being here, man, on Rap Analytics, man. It's Foss Love. Foss, F-O-S-S-L-O-V-E, man. Creative director. A lot of people call me the Warlock. I do a lot of magic out here, man. Make a lot of shit happen. I'm an artist. I'm a director, VFX editor, engineer, producer. You know, all the above, man.
Many hats, many
Yeah,
hats.
man.
Many hats.
I make it happen, man.
That's it.
Business partner at the table, man, because we talking business right now.
Facts.
Because we talking business right now. As far as the business right now, what's going on, man? Y'all let the people know, man. Talk to us, man. What's going on as far as Odinero right now and the man that wear many hats?
I love saying this, man. Me and O kind of met like vicariously, like years in the making, man. And we kind of got the business together, really like on the humbug. It just happened, you know. It just happened. And it was one of the best blessings that ever happened to me, man. So we pretty much just met again, and it was like, hey, here we are. We investing into a space, which is Blue Pro Media right now. We just had one room. Right now, we got a whole creative suite, 5 rooms. We got a lobby. Whole
In 1 year. In 1 year.
Within 1 year, man, we expanded
That's real business.
like crazy.
Yeah. And we
it was just me and
expanded
him.
more,
Like
man.
it was just me and him figuring it out, dog.
Blue Pro Media, as far as what do you offer to the people? Talk to us.
So it's mainly technology and media and music. So,
Well,
he
Blue,
does a lot
Blue
of NFT.
first, it stands for bringing life to underground entertainment.
Facts.
Okay, let's go.
So
Facts.
basically, we're trying to bring, like I said, we're trying to bring the underground people up to the level of the mainstream through technology. You know what I'm saying? Because if we have the right technology and we give that to those people that's trying to come up, then they could be on the level of those people that's already there.
Facts.
So me and Foss, we're experts in technology. We do NFTs, we do graphics, we do renders. We also working on video games right now. So, you know, like we're trying to be ahead of the game, not with the game. You know what I'm
someone
saying?
can get it all under one roof.
Yeah.
Versus going to many different.
Yeah, man,
people to be able to get what they need.
it's never been hard for people to just get in the studio, you know, and make some music, man. Where people
Right.
people have a hard time figuring out what to do after that, you know, because it's a lot, man. You know, you need interviews, you need to be on a podcast, you need music videos,
Right.
you need flyers, you need graphics. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we come
Yeah,
in.
we're
at.
working on a magazine too, so we're gonna even have a printed magazine coming out too.
Also, we getting back to paper with.
Yeah, we going back. You know what I'm saying? I had many magazines since I've been in Atlanta. Money Team magazine. Also, That's Her magazine was my biggest magazine, where I actually interviewed Metro Boomin before he even got famous. You know what I'm saying? So. The magazine route actually helped me a lot in the industry because people don't understand what media can do for your face card in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I could walk into a lot of these places because I interviewed a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? So they know me. So, you know, if you're an artist and you don't know how to get into the game, then you should try a media route because that's how you get your face known and people get to see you and stuff like that.
Is Blue giving us a label vibe, or a vibe where you can get it all under one
Yeah,
roof?
so it's kind of like.
Are y'all looking for talent? Like, are y'all?
Yeah, where
talk
labels
to
at
me.
right now, man, like, you know, you just gotta realize where labels are right now. A lot of labels are dying because the way that the game is changing. Everything is faster and people are learning how to do shit themselves. But at the same time, a lot of these artists, they don't know what to do. You know,
Right.
we've
They
been
just know how
doing
to
this.
make the music.
Yeah, they just know how to make the music, you know, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of other avenues out here that need to be done, and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just as creative. Marketing is just as creative as music, you know, if not more.
So it's not a label situation.
No,
or
it's
is
more.
it?
It's more
Talk to me.
of a media company that develops artists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
platform.
artist development.
It's artist
Yeah, it's
development.
There you go.
We are going to create a label eventually, but I don't think we got there yet to get funding. Like when we get our label, we gonna have $1 million in the bank,
Okay.
and we gonna be putting people on mainstream spaces. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're developing as entrepreneurs, and we're developing people around us as artists. So in that time frame, we got to have media, and we got to have all of these things that are exposing us. Then once we get all those things set, then later we're gonna come out with a label, and we get our funding and stuff like that, where we can actually get people get some eyes on these people.
I mean, I like the way that you phrase it like that. As far as setting up the label, not saying it's the most important part, but as far as establishing the artist, as far as artist development, we talking about media, we talking about videos, we talking about video footage.
And
talking
we
about
have a
studio
recording
time.
studio,
Before
yeah.
you can even set up a label to be able to sell an artist. I mean, because y'all doing a little bit different than they used to do back in the day. Is that y'all playing format?
Yeah,
or
it's
is that
right now
this
it's
is
more
model?
about managing the content.
Okay.
More than managing a specific artist, man.
Okay.
Because the content is what attracts everything.
Okay.
That's
The
what
media.
even make an artist want to be signed to you. You know. So we've been focusing on that heavy, and it's been going great. Yep, it's been going
They
great.
said it's going great, but don't start on like that with the chains. Don't do that. It's going great.
Yeah, we good.
I mean, I think once you label yourself as a label, you become like a babysitter of some of these artists.
Okay.
So we try to keep it where it's like we offer our services and we help people, but we're still a business. So you still got to pay for most of the stuff that we for the services. He does video production. He does like effects, like real effects, make your head blow up, do anything. You know what I'm saying? So those services costs money. You know what I'm saying? And you
Shit,
get
give me
it
a
for
little
a
discount
lower
on
price.
this interview.
You get a discount though.
Let my head
got
blow
you,
up on
man.
this.
I'm looking out for us,
You can
man.
do it. You can do it for you. You know what I'm
I'm in my
saying?
head,
Get you
Lord.
like a
Real videos for you
We'll
all.
make it shrink or something.
we can do something for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Make it
Like,
presidential.
because that brings excitement, man. It's about bringing excitement to the people, and
Facts.
and what he does and what I do, we bring excitement to what other people do. So we want to keep growing that, but we don't want to make it a label because we don't want to babysit everybody.
And that's what the next question I wanted to ask, as far as y'all two working together, like, cause y'all setting yourself outside of just saying we a label, we gonna do A, B, and C or whatever. We a media company, we're a company that does something a little bit different. Was that y'all business model from the beginning, or?
I think we didn't even have a business model when we first met. He was we both were trying to open up a studio originally.
Okay.
And once we got together, we realized that we were bigger than the studio. You know what I'm saying? We had this one room, and we was working this room every day and night. You know what I'm saying? But we were having shows with like 4,000 or 5,000 people off of working this one little room.
Facts.
So we were like, hey man, we need to actually do business. Like, we making money, we hustling, but let's open a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we wanted to bring back real media, like real media, like how y'all doing right now. This is real media where you sit down.
You heard what he said, right?
You sit down and talk to the
Clip
artist,
Yeah.
and you get into their story, because the story is what gets you there. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And so that's what we wanted to do with what we're doing with Blue, and we wanted to bring life to the underground because I feel like they sucking the life out of the underground.
That too.
And so we wanted to bring the life. So that's why it's not expensive to come to our studio. We work with your budget most of the time, especially if you fight. We'll work with your budget, but you got to throw us something at the end of the day because me and him got to pay the bills in here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, and not to digress, but that's one thing about Rap Analytics. Reason why we started this too, because we come from that scene. As far as you know us from that scene, like you seen us on that scene.
Yeah.
We've been there, and we also, like I said, agreed that we also wanted a platform to be able to bring these underground artists to be able to perform and also tell their story, not just see them as a performer on stage, but also to tell their story. We're not the Breakfast Club, but we also want to give that same artist that vibe and that feel to be able to feel like they can tell their story, so you can relate to their music a lot more. So when you see them in the clubs, like, you understand that artist and you actually go to an interview with that artist and know who that artist is.
Yeah,
So
it's easier to get attached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can buy the music, but a person will buy the personality and who they is as a person before they buy the music. So I will say that this is one of those platforms. And same time too, I just want to give Odinero his flowers too. Why he here right now?
No, for real.
Let's give Odinero his flowers because he is one of the pioneers of the people that underground music scene and still keeping it going and still bringing it back to life. And we just want to be an extension of that and keep it going as far as making the content. Putting the content together now so you can actually see it now instead of actually having to be there. Because back then you actually had to be there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had a couple shots, had a couple little photos, but you actually had to be at the Soul Food Cypher. You actually had to be on Kirkwood. You actually had to be there to actually experience that vibe. So we just trying to give you that vibe to the people out in Germany, Europe, and all that. And like I said, it's so much shit going on, man. This weekend, it's so much shit going on in Atlanta, man.
Oh yeah. We got
How's Odinero and the team involved in what's going on this weekend in Atlanta?
we got a lot going on this weekend. Tomorrow we got the Sweet Auburn Music Festival.
Let's go.
We actually have our own stage, the Tribe Links.
That's big.
Tribe Links is the mob. We the tribe. So, we all come together as a tribe and we link together. We link other tribes together. So I have different people rocking with me on the stage. I got my own stage. I got Artemis. He does his own show called The Circle. He's involved.
Shout out to Artemis, man.
Yeah, shout out Artemis, man.
Shout out
Incredible
Artemis.
brother.
Yeah, shout out
He
to
also got another show called Ravewood that he's gonna be doing with another partner, our Zoe, in the Syndicate. So that's gonna be Saturday night, going on to like 4 a.m. But that's a whole
Let's
nother
go.
thing. Shout out to Artemis.
You ain't gonna slip us
Shout
on,
out-
man.
Shout out to
you ain't
Zoe.
gonna-
Hey, y'all come to everything I'm doing this weekend.
That shit
You know
don't
what
start
I'm
till
saying?
about 1 in the
And
morning.
that's not that far. It's in the city too.
It's Saturday.
Saturday night after
Big shit, big shit.
after the festival, we gonna go there. It's a whole nother festival, and then we got Sunday. in which Auburn Festival continues, which is gonna be Tribe Day Sunday, and pretty much everybody that's linked up with Tribes Link gonna be performing that day. And then we got Esco Seafood, which is gonna be like the after party of that night till like
That should
12
be
o'clock.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be our weekend, but even in between that, we also gonna be hitting up Revolt Fest. Shout out to P Diddy, putting that together for the artists, independent people to come out and learn some stuff. So in between going to Ravewood and doing the Auburn Festival, we'll be
big
pulling up
weekend.
to Revolt.
Big,
Yeah.
big.
I have to say this,
Big
man.
event.
Since I'm from Ohio, man, Toledo, Ohio. Shout out to
Toledo.
hometown, man. Since I moved down here, man, Auburn Ad Fest has been like my favorite music festival, man. And you know, it's been such a blessing working with O, man. Like, as soon as we got into business, he was like, "Yeah, I got a whole stage at Auburn Ad Fest."
Yeah, that's big.
Man, we was out there like, it's takeover, man. Everywhere we go, it's takeover, man. We would just say, what was it, Dragon Con? Was it Dragon Con, man? He DJing that.
Yeah, I got the
everywhere
DJ
we go,
at
we
Dragon
taking
Con.
over,
Dope
man.
right there.
At the
Yeah.
Are you
Hilton
being
on the
serious
balcony.
right now, bro?
We walked in with
You
a
got
whole-
a DJ at
whole
Dragon
party,
Con?
dog.
Yeah.
That's big.
Nah, that's big, bro.
Yeah, shout out to my girl Arlene. She keep me in the cons.
Shout out to Ollie, man.
She is the real.
DJ at Dragon
She is
Con.
a real anime person that really made me really focus on anime. You know what I'm saying?
Huge
and
market.
She
It's a
got
huge market.
Come on, man. Come on,
My
man.
phone be
yeah,
judging
she got me
because I
deep
don't-
into that, and I really feel like her just always staying focused on that made us focus on it. And we did MomoCon first a couple months ago, and that was amazing. MomoCon was crazy. 40,000 people. She hosted the whole
Crazy.
karaoke part.
Facts.
Literally singing in front of thousands of people, but like nothing, like it was like she was meant to do it. You know what I'm saying?
crazy, bro.
And
Shout out
so-
Arlene, man.
Yeah, shout out
Shout out Arlene.
yeah, so you know, so she got the shine at MomoCon. So I was like, I'm shining at Dragon Con, and I was able to. I got to shine at Dragon Con, you know, and do what I
Hey
do.
man, just to be able to network and be able to position yourself to even DJ at Dragon Con,
That's
bro,
dope.
you got to be plugged in.
I mean, we've been doing Dragon Con for some years, but this
Let's
is the
go.
first year I got to DJ,
Yeah.
and it was really like some pop up type of stuff. But I really was like working for Dragon Con, and they gave me the green light, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pull up with my speakers and go ham.
Let's go.
You know what I'm
So I
saying?
went crazy.
And it was really kind of rogue because we went back there and I brought the whole team in. Everybody didn't have their badges or whatever, but the whole squad came with me. Like, we was deep as
That's
hell.
what's up, man.
And literally at the end of my set, somebody proposed to that
Facts.
girl. I swear, I'm gonna put the footage out so y'all can see. I might even send y'all that footage so y'all can show it.
but this shit is
But somebody proposed to that girl after I got done
promise.
doing my
We might need to
thing,
add
bro.
that.
That was like the finale of the night.
Creating love.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Man, dope vibes. I will say this weekend, big weekend, man. If y'all support, y'all really messing with the movement, like real talk. Come out, show support,
Definitely come out
man.
and support.
Auburn Avenue is going down.
going
We got the
down.
stage, man. That's some big shit by itself.
Very easy to
Rapping
go to.
Lake's definitely gonna be out there to be able to support, man. Show love, man. Odinero, bro. Like, where can they find you at? Where can they get the music at? Where can they?
You can
search?
find me at Odinero. I got a little link inside of my bio that has all the links to everything that I got going on, from the studio to the music. You know, I make it real easy for you. Just hit the link in my bio. I got the tree link on there, and you can and hit my events is on there. Everything that you could get involved in with Odinero. So just hit that link in the bio, really.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Dope interview. Somebody
There
else
you
said,
go.
yeah. Real moves out here in Atlanta, man.
It's yeah, man. False love. Follow me, man. Follow the business. Blue Project Media on IG is Blue Pro Studios. Everything else is Blue Project Media, YouTube, all of that.
Yeah, and blueprojectmedia.com.
Yep, the website.
website is up.
Check out the content. My personal joint. You can see a lot of videos I worked on, man. I done did shit for King Von. I just dropped a joint with Erica Banks and Mr. Hanky.
Stop
Richie
playing.
Coins.
Stop playing. Stop playing.
Yeah, man. I got
Visuals
a joint
too.
drop earlier in the year with was it earlier in the year? It was right before Lucci got locked up. YFN Lucci Extras. That's out on YouTube. And all that, you know, you can just look my name up and you'll see all that stuff, man.
Yeah, False Love, one of the top directors in the A. So
Project Blue, man. Real shit. Understand. Get it all under one roof. We're not a label, but we're a label.
Facts.
Man, y'all give it up for Odinero in the building, man.
Love y'all, man.
We gonna get this shit to y'all soon, trust me. And hopefully it's not the first time we're gonna have it, man. We need a part 2 to this shit. Let's keep going,
Man,
man.
appreciate y'all, man. This shit
Let's
is
keep
lit.
going.
The vibes is good,
Yeah,
man. Like,
man. Appreciate it,
Shout
man.
out to y'all, man.
Appreciate
For
it,
real.
man. Man, good vibe, man. It's your boy Young,
Yes,
you know, man.
sir.
We do it every Friday, 7 to 9. Check us out on Rapping H1 on IG. Google us. We on Twitter. We on TikTok. We on your we on your mama page. Let's go, man. Stop playing.
mama page.
Odinero in the building. Who else we got in the building, man?
False love in the building.
False love in the building.
Yes, sir, man.
Oh, yes, sir. You know it's your favorite campaign, man. Presidential worthy.
There you go.
Please put that vote in for me.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
talking about?
Yeah.
Rap Analytics, we out here making moves, man. Definitely.
Yo, man, y'all know what it is, man. I ain't gotta say it. Hey, it's cool to be Mr. March 4th, man. Keep on fooling with us, man. You see, we putting in work, man. We stretching, we networking, we doing everything,
definitely, man.
Every Friday, man. Let's do it.
Let's go, man. Odinero. And we out, man.
We out.
Thank y'all, man.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
That shit is a weekly, isn't it?
Man.